Hey guys! Welcome back! This is the Redmi K70E. And sa video na to, we are going to unbox and talk about its specs and features to help you decide kung itong phone ba na to ang para sa'yo. If you're interested and you want to know more, stick around kasi yan yung pag-uusapan natin. Before we begin, if you are someone who loves tech news, tutorials, and unboxing videos like this one, please consider subscribing. Kasi nag-upload ako ng mga exciting and informative videos regularly. Okay, so eto yung box ng Redmi K70E. So let's open this to see what's inside. First off, we have this paper box with some paperworks, a SIM ejector pin, and a free case. Medyo similar yung case na to dun sa case na kasama nung Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus. Dati kasi transparent lang yung free case. Hindi ko alam if this would be the new free case for Xiaomi, pero nagustuhan ko naman siya. Sa bottom naman, we have our USB Type-C charging cable and our 90-watt charging brick. Finally, we have our Redmi K70E. So, I got the black one, pero may two color options ka pa in white and mint. For the memory, you have three options: 12256, 12512, and a 16 1TB variant. This one right here is the 12512GB variant. By the way, shout out to our friends from AHH Xiaomi Manila kasi dyan ko kinuha yung unit ko for 22,000 pesos. Lalagay ko na lang yung link ng shop nila dun sa description box. Meron din dyang link ng Shopee and Lazada para hindi na kayo mahirapan maghanap. Yung back panel natin is made of glass. Kung makikita nyo, medyo malaki yung camera island natin kasi it spans across the entire width of the phone. Ibang-iba siya dun sa design ng Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus natin na walang camera encasement. Sa harap, we have a 6.67-inch OLED display with 120Hz refresh rate and 480Hz touch response. It has Dolby Vision, HDR10+, and the high-frequency PWM dimming of 920Hz that can gradually regulate its brightness that peaks at 1,800. Kinumpare ko siya sa Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus and both have the same excellent display. Mas gusto ko lang tong sa K70E kasi nga hindi talaga ako fan ng curved screens. The display quality and performance can really be seen in games like Asphalt 9. Maning-mani lang sa kanya to kasi this phone is using MediaTek Dimensity 8300 Ultra. Naglaro din ako ng Wild Rift at max settings. And stable naman yung connection. Walang lags or frame drops even in team fights kahit pa madaming skill animations. Tinest ko siya sa benchmark testing apps and here are the results. The Redmi K70E, together with its siblings K70 and K70 Pro, are the first Redmi phones to launch with Xiaomi's HyperOS out of the box. It's running Android 14, and the software experience for me is okay so far. This is a CN-ROM variant, and those of you waiting for the global version will be disappointed kasi this is a China-only device. Pero ang ginagawa kasi ni Xiaomi, nire-rebrand niya yung K-series into other phones. And itong ang K70E is rumored to be the upcoming Poco X6 Pro. Okay, about the battery, this has a 5,500 mAh capacity with 90-watt charging. Kayang-kaya niyang mapuno from 0 to 100 in 38 minutes. Meron siyang dedicated na P2 custom chip that handles the fast charging and a G1 chip that looks after the battery life. Moving on, at the back, we have a triple camera setup. A 64MP main cam with OIS, an 8MP ultra-wide, and a 2MP macro cam. This can record 4K videos at 30 FPS and 1080p at 60 FPS. Sa harap naman, we have a 16MP wide-angle cam that can shoot 1080p videos at 60 FPS. I've taken some sample pics and videos, and here are the results. Okay, so here are my quick thoughts about the Redmi K70e. My experience with HyperOS is okay so far. Walang bugs, nag-open smoothly yung mga apps, and na-install ko naman lahat yung mga apps na gusto ko. Since this is a CN-ROM phone, medyo madaming bloatware apps na pre-installed. Pero hindi naman yun issue kasi madali lang naman siya i-uninstall. Processing power and overall performance is the biggest factor kung bakit nyo magugustuhan si Redmi K70e. For a phone that's only a little over 20,000 pesos, it reached around 1.2M sa Antutu for the 512GB variant. Maganda yung performance niya in paper. Pero makikita mo rin talaga yung ganda ng performance niya with games like Genshin Impact. Kasi kayang-kaya siyang i-handle ng phone na to. There are a few things na hindi ko naman nagustuhan. First is the design. It is a personal preference. Pero mas gusto ko sana yung mas maliit na camera encasement. Kasi minsan, nakakasagabal when gaming. Next is the availability. This is a China exclusive device. And although may mga resellers tayo dito, may mga tao pa rin na syempre gusto bumili sa mga official stores. Kung isa ka sa mga yon, you probably need to wait until January or even February. Kasi this phone is rumored to be rebranded as the Poco X6 Pro. Finally is the camera. The 64MP main cam is fine but not great. You can take decent photos from this phone. Pero the shots from my Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus are definitely better and has a more dynamic range. Mas brighter and sharper din yung mga night shots with the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus compared to the K70e. The Redmi K70e is another great phone with flagship specs at a more affordable price. So kung chipset performance lang yung habol mo without needing to sell off body parts, so this is definitely the one to get. So that's the end of the video and I hope nagustuhan nyo. Thumbs is a plus, subs is a must. I'm the Unboxing Tito and I will see you next time.